Well, today might be the day. It's September 15th. I've been heavily debating quitting my job, and had this feeling kind of brewing for a while of like the time is coming where things are just kind of adding up, and I'm feeling like that pressure of like my end date is near for this job. I still don't know. I don't know if this is the right choice. I don't know if it's really going to happen today. I'm hoping. I've been praying a lot. I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to see what direction God's trying to put me in right now. And I feel like it's right. I feel like it's the right time. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for being here with me. All right, everybody. I will update you later. All right. Well, I quit. I did it. I put in my 2 weeks as of 2 days ago. It is the 17th now. What is today? What is today? Is today the 16th or 17th? Today's the 17th. I quit on the 15th, put in my 2 weeks. So I'll kind of give you guys the rundown of why I ended up finally choosing to do this, as well as like what's next, hopefully. Okay, so without further ado, let's go. So I quit because of obvious reasons. I feel like this has been definitely by far the biggest trial I've had in my whole life. I'm getting closer to God throughout this whole process. I'm not just saying that. Like, I've been praying a lot. I've been, listening to sermons more. I've been like really trying to put into work what's in the Bible or what's in these sermons that are like, good gold nuggets that I can apply to my own life. And I actually had a pretty cool, moment with God, and I can get into that here actually as well, but I'll do that here in a sec. So the reason was it just wasn't feasible. I wasn't getting paid really at all. Finally got my first paycheck for $362, which is not great. After 2 months of work, this is a 100% commission job, and so huge bummer. I should have another paycheck coming though on Friday, and then potentially another one. This next one will actually be for a roof and a repair and the other half of a repair. So it will be like $2,000, which, don't get me wrong, like that is awesome. That's a solid chunk of change. But even then, I've had some pretty big expenditures come out of this move as well. And so one being gas. For this job, I travel all over all the time, and so gas has been a huge chunk of change. I had auto pay on Adobe, the Adobe suite, so $500 some was automatically taken from my card, and I'm just like, yeah. Right when I was started to really start, stressing a little bit more about money, and it was like, your payment's been successful. Oh, dude. There's that, and then also I have like monthly subscriptions for my YouTube. I use Motion Array. Shout out, Motion Array is awesome. If you want a video over Motion Array, please let me know, and I'd love to do a review over that. Oh, Opus Clip. So for my YouTube Shorts, it's like $20 a month, and it automatically, makes YouTube Shorts out of my long form content, which is super convenient, super awesome. But when you're budgeting, $30 for Motion Array, $20 for Opus Clip, that's $50 a month. And then you have internet bills, and then you have rent, and then you have groceries, and then you have like everything just really starts to add up. So that's the whole money side of things. The other reason was truly it was not fulfilling at all. I feel like I'm not doing a good job. I am not a salesperson like that. The place that I work for is truly like they're a good solid group. They do amazing work. I feel like they're the least slimy people that I could have worked for. So in that aspect, I was truly blessed to have worked with these guys. But as far as the whole sales thing, I am not, unless it's peace in the wild, unless it's my YouTube, or even like God. It's different if it's something I care about. And on top of that, a $20 or $25 hat or a $25, $30 shirt is a lot easier to sell than a $20,000 roof. So there's that too. So there's a whole lot of things that kind of go into this. I am not the best salesperson. I feel like, it wasn't the job meant for me at this time. So going forward, going off of that, what's this next step in my life? I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. I hope it's something to do with my YouTube. I hope this YouTube channel starts to, pick up some more momentum. If you want to share this video, that would be greatly appreciated, to provide any inspiration. Like, I guess the other thing to this quitting was, part of it was like a sign of faith of like, I listened to the sermon of like, digging your hole, things like that. And so putting in the work before you get blessed kind of thing, or like doing something before the blessing comes. And so in the Bible, there's a blind man and Jesus grabs mud, makes like a paste out of it and rubs it on the man's eyes. And then he says, go to the water, wash off your face, and then you'll be able to see. So instead of just being like, you can see, it was like, take these steps and then you can see. Or like there's another one, there's a guy with a lame arm who hasn't been able to extend it, and like it's kind of, contracted. And Jesus is like, now extend your hand for me. And then he extends it, and then the blessing happens. So those were two examples from the sermon from Craig Rochelle. It was a great message. And like for me, I've been applying, I've been looking for jobs. Nothing has really come out of anything quite yet. And so that's kind of a bummer, but I was like, okay, well, this job's going nowhere. I haven't made enough money. I think it's time to quit anyways. And then this was almost like extra incentive of just being like, okay, well, maybe for me to show faith, or for me to have like this extra step before the blessing, like maybe it is just quitting and just surrendering to God and just being like, okay, I'm giving it to you. It's in your hands wherever you need me to be. So I did that, and I feel at peace with the decision. I don't regret it one bit. I'm not a fan of the job, but there could definitely be more trials ahead. I don't know if if the blessing's just gonna happen. I don't know if like this channel's gonna blow up or something, or like this video gets a lot of views and I can get my watch time, get monetized. Or if I'm gonna be working, at maybe not even a 9 to 5, maybe someplace like a Walmart or, a grocery store, or just something to start paying the bills, which could ultimately lead to more trials. Like I don't know where God wants me right now. And so that's kind of the hard part. I don't feel like this was the wrong decision. And I don't think that making these videos is the wrong decision. I feel like maybe I'm reaching somebody who is also in the boat where they need to quit, where they feel like they have the need to just stop and pursue something else. So I don't know. And going into my God story here. So this was really cool. And once again, I don't know if this is a sign for me to pursue my YouTube. I don't know. I hope it is. But at the same time, I'm not making money from YouTube, and I kind of need to be doing that. But my God story is basically, I was looking for a sign. I was looking for something of like, God, what are the next steps? I was praying a bunch. I was getting a little anxious, getting a little stressed out. And I was in the shower and I was like, okay, Lord, like, just please, like, just give me a verse, something. And for whatever reason, Luke 5 verse 10 came to my head. And I don't know that verse. I don't know much about Luke. I opened it and I was like, okay, if this is something awesome, like, I think that was God speaking. But if not, maybe it's just my own head, because that's the other thing. I'm really trying to decipher, like, what's my thoughts? What's God speaking to me? Like, it's tough. So if you're in that boat, I completely get it. I wish I had better advice for you, because I'm still working on it too. So basically, Luke chapter 5, verse 10. Luke chapter 5, this is where they're in the boat and they're fishing, not catching anything. It's getting late or something. I believe it's getting late. And Jesus is like, okay, let's cast your net over here. And then Simon's kind of like, okay, like, we've been here all night, but like, what, we can try it. So they cast the net on the other side, and then that's when they have an abundance of fish. Like, they have so many fish. And so specifically, Luke 5 verse 10 is where Jesus is basically like, okay, now come with me and let's fish for people. And so I was like, oh, okay, that's awesome. Like, maybe this is, I don't know, maybe, fishing was their thing. Videos is what I like to think is my thing. So maybe, just maybe, by using my videos, I can help get people to know God or know Jesus, or, reach out to people. Like, obviously I want to continue doing my stuff and like have the fun, cool adventures and travel and things like that. But ultimately have an underlying message of like, all this is because of God. All this is because of Jesus and how he's worked through me, or how he's working just in general, like all that. So I really, I was like, okay, there might be something here. This might actually be something. The day before, there's a guy, I'll put his channel here as well. Really awesome channel. He was a music video director for a while, and then he went to like marketing, or maybe it was flip-flopped. He ended up, things started kind of going south, and he kind of felt like something was stirring, and then he ended up getting let go. And then he started doing YouTube videos based on, his faith and how God is using his creativity, and how it might be using your creativity to then serve God through your videos or your own creative whatevers you do. And so that was cool. So I found that guy literally the day before this happened. And so later this day, after, I read the verse, I continued praying. I continued like, just like being quiet, like trying to listen, trying to hear, trying to like do all that. Well, later that day on my YouTube shorts, I kid you not, he's like, I want to go over this chapter with you. Luke 5 verse, I think he said verse 10 too. I could be wrong, but Luke 5, and this is where they're casting the nets, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no way. Like, holy smokes. Like, it was crazy. And I just found the dude a day before. Like, I feel like that was definitely like a sign of God talking to me and, things coming to fruition. So like, that's why I believe like maybe my YouTube does have a higher purpose right now. I don't know what that looks like. Once again, I'm going to continue like making some Christian content as well as like my normal stuff. But I don't know what the heck. It was crazy. And so as much as I would love to just jump in full time on YouTube during this time, I don't have money coming in from YouTube either. And I guess I don't really have money coming in from my other job much, except for this Friday. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't know what all this is supposed to mean. I think that, YouTube does play a role in this next chapter for me. So that's the quitting story. There may still be even harder trials ahead, but the good thing is it's the Lord's will right now. I'm just going to try and let this play out and see where this takes me. But guys, if you need any prayers, drop them down in the comments. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video, to be here with me right now. And once again, I don't normally do these videos, but this is the third one now. And if you guys want more, I'm more than happy to continue doing these as well as my other content, things like that. So thank you so much, Dream Team. I will catch you in the next awesome adventure. And all right, thank you all. All right, peace.